Thank you for watching this part 9 of our 10-part series called The Vast Voyage, which outlines qualified plans from even before implementation to closing one down and everything in between. This section will go over Roth accounts and tax issues involving Roth accounts. Hi there, my name is Kenner French. I'm with VastSolutionsGroup.com, where tax, finance, and artificial intelligence meets for the entrepreneur. We do qualified plan consulting to include administration of 401k plans, profit sharing plans, defined benefit plans. We've been in business for over 50 years and use artificial intelligence as a means to better the entrepreneur's situation. Now, about me specifically, I've been in the industry since 1994. I've written 2 books with another on its way. I have several articles on LinkedIn. I'm a Forbes.com small business contributor. I did the same thing for the Palm Beach Times and a number of other publications as well. Now, more importantly, I've been married for over 25 years, and I have a passion for helping entrepreneurs in their situation. Now, you've paid money for this. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Here we go. Another big Roth issue is the introduction of the in-plan Roth rollovers, or a new plan feature of 401ks, relatively speaking, let's just say. You have to allow for eligible rollovers or distributions from a non-Roth account into a designated Roth account in the same plan. Now, assuming a plan amends to permit in-plan rollovers, plan participants, surviving spouse beneficiaries, and alternate plan spouse payees are eligible to make these rollovers. A non-spouse beneficiary is not eligible. Only eligible rollover distributions from a non-Roth account in the plan qualify for this type of rollover. Again, a list of what is not eligible as a distribution is available on the IRS website, publication 560. Like other types of rollovers, you can do an in-plan Roth direct rollover by having the plan trustee transfer your eligible rollover distribution from the plan's non-Roth account to the designated Roth account in the same plan. Or you can do an in-plan Roth 60-day rollover where you receive the distributions and then the deposit all or part of that distribution into the designated Roth account in the same plan within 60 days. Now remember though, that a distribution to you is subject to a mandatory 20% federal income tax withholding unless you make up to 20% withheld amount out of the pocket when you make the deposit within 60 days of the plan's Roth account. That is 20% withheld, by the way. It's generally taxable in the year you receive the distribution and may also be subject to an additional 10% tax on early distributions unless an exception to this code applies under 72T. The amount of an in-plan Roth rollover that is taxable is the fair market value of the distribution that you roll over minus the after-tax amount of the distribution. Now, because with an in-plan Roth rollover, the money stays in the plan, there is no additional 10% early distribution tax under 72T. There is, however, a special recapture rule that says that if you receive a distribution of any amount of an in-plan Roth rollover within 5 years, the 10% additional tax on early distribution applies unless an exception to this tax applies. For example, if you're age 59 and a half, as an example, you also don't have to pay the 10% tax if you only receive the non-taxable part of the in-plan rollover or move the distribution to another designated Roth account or a Roth IRA, as an example. If you do an in-plan Roth direct rollover, there is no 20% federal income tax withheld. But be careful, you may have to pay an estimated tax payment or increase your withholding for the quarter in which the distribution was made to the account for your increased income. Again, see publication 505 as an example. Now, let's talk about estimated tax. For details on estimated taxes and for underpayment for the tax penalties, you should research that as well. Both the special recapture rule and the special acceleration into income rules require that you have to know the amount of in-plan Roth rollover that's being distributed. To do this, you need to understand the allocation and ordering rules used to determine what part of the distribution from the designated Roth account comes from the in-plan Roth rollovers. Look at IRS Notice 2010-84. It has a pretty detailed example on how to apply the allocation and ordering rules. We've talked about recharacterization of Roth IRAs, but note that you can't recharacterize in plan Roth rollovers. Once you do one, there's no undoing it anymore. Hopefully, this part was helpful in helping you to understand a little bit more about Roths and some of the taxations, etc., involving Roth. Now, if you want to research this on the web, have any other questions, www.VastSolutionsGroup.com or 888-808-8278. Once again, it's Kenneth French, and it's indeed been a pleasure, and hopefully you've seen some value in some of this video today.